The Western New York Flash host FC Kansas City in the second game of a 3-game homestand. Coming off a 1-1 draw against Portland, the Flash are looking to pick up win number 2 on the season, while FC Kansas City enters the match not being scored upon in the last 182 minutes of play. It's NWSL Soccer coming up next. Good evening, soccer fans, and welcome to some midweek action for NWSL Soccer. We're at Sahlen Stadium. I'm Joe Giuliano, along with Mike Kerms, our color commentator for the Western New York Flash and FC Kansas City. The first meeting of the season between these two clubs, and if you're following NWSL Soccer, you know a lot of international players out of the lineup tonight, so a lot of juggling for both coaches.
A lot of juggling for both coaches, but FC Kansas City is really hot. The Flash coming off of a 1-1 tie against the Portland Thorns, but you got FC Kansas City coming off of a 4-0 win against the Houston Dash, where 4 different players scored. So although those players aren't here that went off to national duty, there's other players for FC Kansas City that are hot and ready to play.
And we talk about Becky Sauerbrunn and Rodriguez, but they're not here. Who do we focus on tonight?
Well, you're also missing Lauren Holiday, and the focus tonight is Jenna Richmond. She's going to be right in front of the back four. She's a top pick out of the college draft, and she's a blue-collar worker. She just gets it done, and that's what Andonovski told me tonight. She just gets it done. She's going to be working side-by-side with Buskowski tonight, and it's allowed Buskowski to get a little bit more forward for them. So Richmond's really doing the job in front of the back four, allowing Buskowski to get forward.
Number 7, Jenna Richmond. Well, several international players out on both sides, but for the Western New York Flash, they have one big player still in the house.
Yeah, one big player still in the house is right. Adriana, she did not get called up to the Spanish national team, and that's to the advantage of the Western New York Flash. Adriana was out last game against the Portland Thorns, and the one thing Adriana can do, she's going to be playing, she's going to be that attacking midfielder tonight. So you're going to be seeing a little bit of a different role. Coming off of that hamstring, she's ready to play, and you want to see some more goal production out of her, and I think you'll see it tonight with a little bit of a weaker team against the FC Kansas City. She may get her goal tonight. Last year she only had 3 goals. More goal production is what Aaron Lyons is asking for out of Adriana.
We had a chance to speak with Adriana, got her thoughts on maybe a bit of a different role tonight for the Flash.
Obviously, it's not going to be easy for us because they are so important for the team, but I think every player in this team is able to play and everybody's excited for this game. And in my case, I have to play in the Carly's position or maybe Vicky's position. It's a difficult role for me, but I'm excited to play today, and I'm ready. Everyone is ready, and, you know, I'm saying that it's not easy, but everyone is excited for the game.
Flash are happy to have Adriana back in the lineup this evening. Mike, our keys to the game. Let's start off with the visitors from FC Kansas City.
Yeah, there are 3 keys. I was talking to Vlatko Andonovski earlier tonight, and 3 keys to the game. Stay compact. Without Becky Sauerbrunn in there, he wants that defense to stay compact. He's bringing in Nia Williams tonight. So keeping compact and not allowing the Flash to get through him. They play a possession style of play, and they got to keep that possession style of play. Lauren Holiday's not there today, so they have to start working through other players like Matthias, and then also quick transition. If they get the ball, let's get forward quickly as possible.
And for the home side, the Western New York Flash.
High pressure. Obviously a style of play where they play possession style in FC Kansas City. Aaron Lyons wants to pressure them high and play the game in their half. Also utilize Zerboni. Zerboni's going to be playing on the outside midfield, so it's going to allow them to get a numerical advantage in the midfield. So if Zerboni starts to float inside, allows Edmonds to get forward a little bit more. And then, again, quick transition. Soon as if they win the ball in their defensive third, they want a quick transition right away and get forward as quickly as possible. So both teams playing quick transition is one of the keys for both teams.
Mike, great analysis. Ready for kickoff?
Absolutely. This is going to be a great game tonight against 2 teams that were in the semifinals, and the Flash, fortunately for them, were in the finals. So 2 playoff teams going head-to-head tonight.
All right, we go to break. When we come back, it's kickoff, the Flash and FC Kansas City on the Flash Broadcast Network.
Great Taste has landed. Sahlen's great tasting hot dogs and deli meats now available across New York State.
Welcome back to Sahlen Stadium. The 1-1-1 Western New York Flash playing host to the 2-2-1 FC Kansas City Club. And it should be a good one this evening. A lot of international players out of the lineup, but a great opportunity for some players to step in and show what they can do down the line. Let's get your starting lineups taken care of. First for the visitors from FC Kansas City, Nicole Barnhart in goal. Jesse Coleman in the back with Phillips, Robinson, and Williams. Buskowski, Silva, Richmond. In the midfield, Henderson, Marlborough, and Matthias up top. Mike Kerms, our color commentator. Anything jump out at you there?
They're going to be playing in a 4-2-1-3, and like I said, they've got Buskowski and Richmond that are going to be right in front of that back four, and really, Richmond's going to allow Buskowski to move forward a little bit more, and they're going to need her to move forward a little bit more so they have extra numbers in the attack. Otherwise, they're going to be down in numerical advantage, and I'll show you why.
Latko Andonovsky is the head coach of FC Kansas City. For the Western New York Flash, they'll go with Lydia Williams. She'll be the netminder with Edmonds, Reynolds, Taylor, and Williamson in the back. Zerboni, Salem, Kerr, and Adriana, our player profile. In the midfield, along with Barzik, and up top, Jasmine Spencer. Mike, break down the Flash lineup.
They're going to play a little bit more in a defensive style in a 4-2-3-1 with Spencer up top by herself. And really, that's a 4-2-1-3 against a 4-2-3-1. So it's actually a perfect matchup, but I think you're going to start seeing Samantha Kerr start to get forward more, Zerboni starting to pinch it to the middle, and it might allow them to move, might allow FC Kansas City to get forward a little bit on Zerboni's side.
And your injury report, not too deep. FC Kansas City with Liz Bogus and Amy LaPelbit out. And for the Western New York Flash, only one player, Adriana Franch, who was injured in preseason. Today's injury report is presented by UB Orthopedics, the official medical provider of the Flash. We are underway at Sahlen Stadium. Referee today is Mark Allaton. Assistant referees are Hagen Barnett and David Mon, and the fourth official is Phil Cunningham. Western New York in the all-red. FC Kansas City in the white tops with blue shorts and white socks. The Flash attacking the goal to our right. As we are just underway, this is the second game in a three-game homestand for the Western New York Flash as Samantha Kerr steps in front of that one. I'm going to say it was last touched by Matthias, and at midfield, a throw on the far side for the Flash. Flipped forward, looking for Spencer, and taking no chances there is Nikki Phillips, making her sixth appearance of the season, playing center back. Member of the Polish national team. Phillips takes it away from Kerr. Silva outside. Kansas City keeping some possession here. This one's given away in the middle of the park. Barzik can't settle it down. Adriana, who is back from an injury, unable to keep possession for the Flash, and it's Leanne Robinson on the near side. Checking back is Silva. FC KC gives it away, Zerboni. Salem, one touch and deflected there off of Robinson. Henderson. Sent forward, no one there for Kansas City, but there's a foul behind the play. Mark Allaton, the official.
Brittany Taylor puts her hands up, but clearly she was holding Marlborough right there.
How about the performance of Brittany Taylor on the weekend match against Portland? She was our player of the match.
Absolutely. She was fantastic and really just did a lot. In the second half, they switched their style of play of playing more possession where they did in the first half. In the second half, they were playing a lot of balls to Abby Wambach, and Brittany Taylor was the one who was hitting a lot of those balls.
There's Buskowski with some possession. Richmond gets the ball back. Goes outside. Step over move there by Williams, and she's pressured nicely. And it's played out of bounds, and a corner kick coming up here for FC Kansas City. And you talk about players missing for the Flash. Sonia, Carly Lloyd, Vicky, and Abby Wambach not in the lineup tonight. And it gets worse, though, because after tonight, they're going to lose Samantha Kerr and Lydia Williams as they'll join the Australian women's national team. High service into the box. The header up and over the net there by Coleman. The 22-year-old, the 5th overall pick from Florida State University. Coleman with an interesting soccer family. Her brothers, Brent and Brian, play in the North American Soccer League with Minnesota. Someone's doing something right as far as the soccer ball is concerned in that family. Williamson spinning away from pressure. Plays it back to Williams. She's played in 3 games, made 9 saves so far this season. Reynolds back to Taylor. Trying to go down the middle, but Richmond's heavy touch is scooped up by Angela Sahlen.
And that's a good thing for the Western New York Flash because she was about to really start going forward. That touch allowed Sahlen to pick it off, but she could have been on a break with numerical advantage moving forward.
Barnhart slamming this one downfield as Jasmine Spencer showing her speed. Almost got him behind the defense there.
Yeah, interestingly enough, Barnhart, goalkeeper of the year in the NWSL, and she didn't get the call up to the national team, and it was really Jill Lloyden, Hope Solo, and Ashlyn Harris, former Western New York Flash, that got the call up for the goalkeepers.
And talking about awards for last season, FC Kansas City scooped everything up. MVP, Golden Boot, Coach of the Year, Defender of the Year. Unbelievable season for the Blues. Headed top of the 18. Williams battling with Spencer. Zerboni, nice little short pass to Barzik.
On top of that, they had 7 players in the first and second team for all NWSL. The NWSL Best 11 had Leanne Robertson, Becky Sauerbrunn.
FC Kansas City is
Nicole Barnard,
owned by the same group that runs the Missouri Comets, the former MISL, and Vladko Andonovsky is also the head coach of the indoor team. What a year he's had. NWSL Coach of the Year. His team wins the MISL championship, so he's looking to continue his big ways.
Yeah, it helps build a lot of confidence in a coach. And really, that was his first coach. This has been his first coaching stint professionally with the Missouri Comets and FC Kansas City, and he's had a lot of success.
Marlborough spins middle of the field, gets it to Silva. Trying to change the run of play, but she can't go outside, so comes back central.
And we talked about the possession style of play, and you can see it right here, just nonstop moving the ball around. All the players are touching the ball.
And Lydia Williams way off her line at the top of the 18 to scoop that one up.
If you watch the game against Chicago, they had a goal where every single player touched the ball before the ball went in the back of the net, and they maintained that possession all the way through.
And I think that's where having a coach like Andonovsky, who's an indoor guy, you know, those guys, they've got to be good in such tight little spaces, possessing the ball. It definitely carries over to his outdoor experience here with FC Kansas City.
Yeah, you know he's playing a lot of possession soccer at training sessions, and that box continues to get smaller and smaller and smaller as they're playing. So they'll start off a 5v5 plus 2. All of a sudden, it's in a 20 by 30. Before you know it, it's in a 10 by 15, and they're trying to possess it and keep it away, 7v5.
Flash coming over midfield, Taylor. Into space, no one there, but the 31-year-old Barnhart.
And what that does is when the game gets so big like this, the open field like this, it makes the game look so easy.
Sahlen, top of the 18, gets it back from Kerr. Loose ball picked up in Richmond. Comes away with it to Buskowski. Now Henderson, square ball at the top of the 18, and Zerboni didn't like that call as she came in late on the challenge. But Mike, with World Cup qualifying starting and friendlies taking place, there is going to be a lot of work for the head coaches in the NWSL to mix and match players.
It's going to be a challenging year for all the coaches as you only have a limited number of players that could be on the roster. So it's going to be very challenging. It's going to be, you have to be creative. You have to make sure that the players are getting game time throughout the season as well when your national team players are here, so they don't just step in a game like this and they're not ready. You want to make sure that they're game fit, they're ready, and both teams here have done that.
Zerboni again called for the foul. Short restart. Henderson, Silva. Outside, Richmond. All the way over to the far side now. Phillips chipping one forward, and Taylor reads it well. Picked up, though, by Marlborough. Corner of the 18. Her shot is up and over the net. As Lydia Williams directing some traffic. And it looks like Morgan Marlborough is still down inside the flash box as there was some contact before she struck the ball. As we're in the 9th minute. Long ball served into the box. And guess who was there? Brittany Taylor again. It's actually Kat Williamson who was on the challenge as she takes a look at Marlborough, the 23-year-old out of Santa Clara University. She's up and she's okay.
And that's a good sign for Andonovski because right now there's only 4 players on the bench for him, and a couple of those players are not 100% fit, and he doesn't want to go too deep in his bench, particularly this early.
Williamson with some space. Outside to Edmonds. Barzik showing. Playing it all the way back to Williams.
And that's where the challenge is going to be. Your starting 11, when the national team players aren't around, you might be okay. But it's when you start going to your bench and you start bringing in those players. They're really getting the most. They're getting time off the bench. And they have to prove themselves off the bench when they do get that time. So today's an opportunity for them to prove themselves off the bench to maybe get more time when the national team players are here, to be the first off the bench.
Here's Zerboni, a player who makes the most of her opportunities. Taylor's long ball is over the head of Spencer, who was checking back to space instead of running into the space. High pressure now from the flash. Coleman, giveaway, picked up by Western New York. Spencer tried to flick it over to Kerr, but Phillips is there, taking possession back for KC. This one's off the mark, and it'll be a thrown at midfield for Catherine Reynolds, the 26-year-old. Played all 24 games last season for Aaron Lyons and the Western New York Flash. Brought down. Blazkowski, Silva can't keep possession. Kerr steals it, and she is taken down. 35 or 40 yards away from goal. And there is a player who's down on the near sideline. It's Melissa Henderson, making her 2nd appearance of the season. And the trainer is being called on. As we're in the 11th minute and scoreless. First meeting of the season between the Flash and FC Kansas City. They met twice last season, May 11th here at Sahlen Stadium, a 2-1 win for the home side. Abby Wambach with both goals in that game. And then July 7th at Kansas City, a scoreless draw. And that will do it for the meetings last season. It looks like it's her left ankle or shin that they're looking at. Henderson scored her first goal last season in the semifinals of the playoffs, a captain at Notre Dame, a 4-time All Big East selection. As hopefully it's nothing too serious. And as Mike mentioned, FC Kansas City with a very short bench tonight. Only 4 players available for substitution. Backup keeper Sarah Keene, Molly Dreska, and Missy Giha, along with Erica Timrak. And she's getting some help coming off the field. And Vladko Andonovski is getting players up and on the sideline to warm up.
And Timrak's one of those players that's on the bench, and she'd normally get the start tonight, but she's not getting the start because she's not 100%. And Andonovski's like, I'm not going to take a chance tonight for just one game.
She's the NWSL Rookie of the Year. As Taylor steps in, plays it outside to Reynolds. Touches, serves, high swerving ball up and over the net in the 13th minute. And a restart coming up here for FC Kansas City, who will be home on May the 11th against Washington for the Flash. They're home on Sunday, Mother's Day as well. Sky Blue FC comes to town. 3 p.m. kickoff here at Sahlen Stadium.
And that's got to be frustrating for Aaron Lyons. You have a play where you've got all those players in the box. You have a set piece. You send it out to Catherine Reynolds, and really you have to make sure that those balls get in the box. Anything can happen when the ball's put into the 18. And right there, you have 7 players from the Western New York Flash in the 18, and Catherine Reynolds puts it over the bar, and that's got to be better.
Jasmine Spencer and Samantha Kerr applying pressure, and it's won by the Flash. Zerboni Adriana, her first touch of the game. Spins, looks. Pass is intercepted by Kallman. Laskowski slows it down. Phillips on the near side. All the way over, top of the 18. They're going to play it around the horn. KC still playing a player down as Henderson trying to shake it off. It looks like she is going to head back towards the midfield stripe and re-enter the game. But meanwhile, Phillips and KC coming into the flash penalty area. Barzik turns and clears it away. Williams pressured by Kerr, and that one is over the sideline. Throw-in coming up for the flash. Henderson comes back onto the pitch. And we are once again 11 v 11. There's Taylor. Brittany Taylor, great season with 3 goals and 4 assists in 2013. Part of the NWSL Best 11 team. Has the ball now, approaches midfield. In that second half, she was really pumping those long balls, looking for Abby up and over that Portland
You can even
defense.
see right there, she thought about it, and then she's like, okay, wait, I don't have Abby, I don't have my target up there. But even there, what a great ball to Spencer she just played right there.
Nicely weighted, chipped forward, and Spencer is nicely held off the ball by Kallman. And Spencer, the 23-year-old, played with Washington last season, 17 games played with 1 assist. Also a former member of your friends team, the New York Fury, Paul Riley, the head coach there at one time.
They're all my friends.
Sure,
So.
you've been around so long. That's what happens when you get old.
I guess so.
Silva, pressured by Barzik.
So there, Spencer gets a nice ball, and she's got to do something. She's got so much speed. She's got to try to take those defenders on. She came off the bench against Portland, and she really proved herself, and she was really a spark off that bench. She created a couple opportunities for Abby, created a couple opportunities for the Flash.
Oh, good build up, a little heavy touch though. Spencer looking for Kerr. Adriana, a nice touch there.
And that was the type of stuff that Spencer was doing when she came off the bench the other night, and she's got to do that tonight because she wants to solidify that position of being first off the bench.
Shots, 2 for Kansas City, 1 for the Flash in the 16th minute.
Or even getting a starting job.
Here's your opportunity. Sahlen can turn with some space. She'll cross midfield. She'll look up, chip one forward, it's deflected, and touched away there by Silva. Send forward looking for Marlborough. And Henderson will be coming out as she's trying to push it here in the first half, but she will be coming off. First change of the game coming up here for FC Kansas City much earlier than Andonovski would have liked. Molly Dreska will be coming in. And this change being made in the 17th minute for the visitors.
The substitution for FC Kansas City.
Dreska on, Henderson is off. Dreska, one of the reserve players brought up
Replacing number 2
due to the limited number of players due to national team call-ups. And here is the throw into Spencer. Back to Reynolds. And she plays this one out of bounds. Throwing coming up here.
I mean, although a reserve, she played at University of Maryland. Last season was 2010, so she's been around a while. And she's getting her opportunity tonight. This is her debut match in the professional ranks. An opportunity to actually solidify her spot on the team, not just as a reserve.
So 3 subs remaining, a keeper and 2 field players for Kansas City. Barzik steps in strong with the header, and she wins a foul here. Maybe a yard or 2 deeper than Sonia's free kick over the weekend. That was a beautiful finish in the 39th minute. What a way to make your debut for the Flash.
Right over the wall, right into the upper 90. Nothing Angara could do, but Angara still got her fingertips on it, and it hit off the crossbar. So that was the impressive part about the whole thing there.
Another Spanish international, Adriana. She had her eyes on this one the whole time. 3 in the wall for KC. Here's the whistle. Adriana takes a look. Shot, and it's right at the keeper. No trouble there for Barnhart. KC coming forward with Richmond. Toe poke intercepted by Sahlen. Now Barzik, the 23-year-old, spent the offseason in Russia. Good one touch to Sahlen, now outside. Good quick passing here from the Flash. Reynolds, marked by Dreska.
And if I'm Catherine Reynolds, I take her on and start challenging her right away. Just go right at her, see what she's got. She's nervous. I know as your first time playing in a pro match, you're nervous. Go right at her and see what she's got.
Williamson battling on that far side, taken away by Matthias. Samantha Kerr, a little too rough for the referee's liking. And it'll be a restart for the visitors, who at home are 1-0-1, away from home are 1-2. The Flash, only one draw at home in their first game of the season at Sahlen Stadium, and 1-1 away from Sahlen Stadium.
Kansas City started the year 0-2, and now the last two games 2-0-1, and I asked Flacco before the game. I said, well, so what did you change? He said nothing. He said we just kept playing our game. He said some mental mistakes and the fact that we weren't finishing in those first two games. He said that was everything. He goes, we just kept playing our style, playing our possession style of the game, and we didn't change anything. We just started a little bit more focus is going to help us go a long way with us. And that focus on no mental breakdowns and putting the ball in the back of the net, and they proved that last game. 4 goals on the road against the Houston Dash.
They seem to be a team of streaks. Last season they started off at 5-4-1. Then they were unbeaten in their next 10 games, which is an NWSL record for most games without a loss. So when they get in that groove, obviously, as those numbers prove, some decent soccer coming out of Kansas City.
Well, it's a good team. You got 7 players that...
It's a great soccer market.
Yeah, I mean, you got 7 players that were all NWSL last year.
Wide open, near side Robinson. Takes a touch, low cross into the box. And Kerr backtracking to clear it. Zerboni heads it down to Reynolds. She's coming forward over to Spencer. Double teamed immediately. Sahlen, calm and cool. Top of the 18 for Williamson. Came over from Portland.
And that 4-player trade, right?
There's a good ball for Samantha Kerr. Looking to use that speed on the far side. And a good job backtracking there by Phillips to knock it out of play and settle things defensively in the 22nd minute. Tonight's game produced by John Catalano. I'm Joe Giuliano and Mike Kerms. Hope you're enjoying our coverage on YouTube here at Sahlen Stadium. Popped up in the air. Salem spinning away from pressure. Her and Marlborough battle for it, and Angela gets a little slide tackle in there. Flash coming into the Kansas City half of the field, Zerboni. Barzik. Near side, Reynolds. Dreska marking her. And this one brought down to the turf. Reynolds. Salem tight space here. She's going to have to do wonders. And a good job, good bit of work there to win a throw-in. Quickly taken, middle of the field, Barzik. For Kerr, top of the 18, settles, fires, and a good block there by Nikki Phillips in the 22nd minute. Samantha Kerr coming all the way from that far side. Gets a good touch, good look at goal, and a good defensive play by Phillips.
Nikki Phillips with a lot of experience. Great ball by Amy Barzik. Great run by Samantha Kerr coming from that left midfield position. And really a good block by Nikki Phillips to really save that on net. Nicole Barnhart was there, but still, you don't want any shots being left up to the keeper.
And Barnhart was backpedaling, not even in position if the shot ended up getting on frame. So a great play by Phillips. May have saved a goal there. Edmonds to Salem. Good move to get inside. Now back outside. Reynolds, space, corner of the 18. Good cross through the crowd, and Zerboni gets a foot on it, but it's wide of the net.
McCall Zerboni wants that back for sure. Good ball by Catherine Reynolds, and that's what I mean by put it in the box and see what can happen. But it's really Angela Sahlen right here, switching that point of attack. Quick transition to the other side. Catherine Reynolds getting forward. Dreska's nowhere to be found at that moment. Not a bad ball. Zerboni's got herself in the box. And that's what we were saying, getting that numerical advantage. We were talking about key to the game, and it was Zerboni. Zerboni getting herself forward and bringing that numerical advantage in the midfield.
Good opportunity there for the Flash. Starting to knock on the door just a bit here. Kerr, that time Zerboni. Good step by Richmond, the player that Mike featured during the Open. Buskowski. Francis Silva, 21-year-old, scored her first goal last week against Houston in that 4-0 win. Buskowski's on sides, and good read there by Williams to come all the way off her line. Basically act as a deep defender in the 25th minute. Adriana chopped at, but still keeping possession for the Flash.
Well, she's got Buskowski and Richmond all over her.
Kerr takes a long shot, a little chip looking to get Barnhart cut out of position.
A little ambitious by Samantha Kerr, the young Australian there, 20 years old. And you know, the great thing about Samantha Kerr is she is 20 years old, and she's got so much to learn. And what a team to be on with Abby Wambach and Carly Lloyd. Where better can you learn from? You got Abby Wambach, the 2012 Women's FIFA World Player of the Year.
Abby and Carly, along with Sauerbrunn, Rodriguez, Holiday, with the U.S. national team, prepping for the game tomorrow in Winnipeg against Canada. That'll be at the 33,000-seat stadium. Investors Group Field. It'll be one of the 6 venues for the Women's World Cup in 2015. So I guess a dry run, a practice run, as the U.S. schedule getting a little clearer for the friendlies. France coming up in June 2 times, once in Tampa and once in Hartford. Again, more time for players to get opportunities with the Nationals away.
Yes.
Kallman streaking forward, long run here, looking, hanging onto the ball. Corner of the 18, Kallman knocks it off of Reynolds.
The disadvantage that a team like, I mean, all these teams have a disadvantage with their goalkeepers, but having Angura on Portland, she's going to get called up for the German national team. And Aaron Lyons having Lydia Williams here, the Australian national team is going to be calling her up. So she's going to be gone next week. So you have to make sure that you have a backup keeper that's ready. And Nicole Barnhart, unfortunately for her, did not get called up this time, but Ashlyn Harris, Jill Lloyd, all top goalkeepers in the league getting called up.
Barnhart, the NWSL goalkeeper of the year, and you never know, a call I'm sure is coming her way.
Look at that ball by Brittany Taylor, just absolutely calm, cool, collected. She sees Kerr out there and just pings it right on her foot. Brittany Taylor just very impressive lately. I mean, lately, last year, top 11 of the league, but just really, she's really grown into the role that she is. I mean, Aaron Lyons has given Abby Wambach the captain, but who's the captain tonight? With Abby not there, it's Taylor.
How about the play she made on Sunday, chasing down Shim late in the game, inside the 18. She just got a piece of it, preventing that shot from really penetrating as she hustled back, probably a 30-yard sprint. She does it all. She is complete.
As soon as Shim took that extra touch, Brittany Taylor knew that she's going to get a piece on it, and really, that was a game winner. That was a game-winning goal right there that Taylor saved, and also Shim should have taken that first touch versus taking that extra touch, therefore giving Taylor the opportunity.
T-shirt toss taking place here at Sahlen Stadium. As we're in the 28th minute, scoreless. FC Kansas City and the Western New York Flash. Reynolds poking away at it, knocks it off the foot of Dreska. And a throw in here for FC Kansas City. Entered the game, had not given up a goal in 182 minutes. And 28 minutes to that mark up to this point as Aaron Lyons and Vladko Andonovsky patrolling the sidelines for their classy and respected sides. And Bad giveaway here, giving a flash, a throw in deep in the Kansas City half of the field.
This game has been played the entire half, for the most part, in the Kansas City half.
Silva. And she doesn't keep that one in play. And coming up here. Adriana backing in, lays it off nicely. Zerboni, top of the 18, maybe a heavy touch. As it wouldn't settle there for Kerr.
Tough ball by
Tough
Zerboni.
ball by Zerboni. I'm saying a heavy touch by McCall.
Tough ball by Zerboni.
Good step by Edmonds to break that one up. Edmonds, the W League veteran out of Rutgers University. Starting at left back, making her second appearance of the season. There's Williamson, Marlborough, battle for it. Williamson gets the foot in there, and Sahlen finishes the job. Adriana coming forward. Looking for Kerr or Spencer. Neither one of them picks that up, and the Flash start their attack once again.
And Adriana has to get the ball more. She has to be more mobile in that if she's going to be playing that attacking midfield role, she has to be much more mobile than that, and she has to get the ball, and she has to make sure that those passes are perfect and they're on.
There's Taylor.
That's the quick transition and the counterattack that Aaron Lyons was looking for, and it was a giveaway. Those are the opportunities you got to take.
There's Kerr, it's behind her. Adriana kind of in that Carly Lloyd slot.
Yes.
And a lot of fans were excited, saying, well, you know what, it's I guess a bonus for the U.S. national team because they have a game tonight or tomorrow. So Lloyd's second game would have been tonight. Nope, doesn't work that way. She'll have to sit out on Sunday because she was not available for selection tonight. That'll be her final game of that 2-game suspension, and you weren't too thrilled about that.
Well, I'm not. I mean, even that's even the fact that you get a yellow card. So the ref handled it on the pitch, and then the disciplinary committee comes out and says 2-game ejection. Now you don't see that anywhere else in the world. And now, because Carly Lloyd has been honored with getting moved to the national team, she's getting punished again to miss another game. And that's just, that happens. Like, what if we say, okay, Carly Lloyd is available, we're going to fly her out tonight?
A lot of people scratching their heads as we came into the stadium today talking about that, and they couldn't believe that it's going to trickle over to Sunday. But the NWSL made their decision, and that's where we stand.
And there's no protest allowed unless it's a 6-game or more suspension. So with a 2-game suspension, there's no protest allowed. They're not even going to hear it.
So one more for Carly Lloyd before she returns to the Flash lineup. She'll get some touches hopefully tomorrow night against Canada and be ready to go after Sunday's match against Sky Blue. There's Sahlen to Kerr. Her one touch. Gets a second chance at it. Zerboni reaching up for it. And Williams takes it away for Kansas City. Jenna Richmond, the UCLA product, won the championship in the NCAA's last season, has the ball now. Behind Marlborough, and it'll be Williamson to come back and scoop it up here. The 8th overall pick in the 2013 draft by Portland. And
there's an example with Richmond in there. You got Buskowski. She was moving, she was up, and that pass from Richmond to Marlborough wasn't on, but Buskowski was moving forward. She's getting to the attack, and that's what Andonovski's looking for from Richmond, allowing Buskowski to get more into the attack.
There's Buskowski, her pass nicely deflected away to Sahlen. Good ball up and over. Kerr is on sides. Kerr chips it up, and it's just wide of the net. In the 33rd minute, Samantha Kerr looking for that long ball. Turns on the Jets, and she's not too far off the mark.
Yeah, great ball right there, and there's Samantha Kerr. She gets a strong side, and then she knows now she's got to go 1v1, so why not take a chance with Nicole Barnhart off her line?
Samantha Kerr looking for her first of the season, and good job shielding off Coleman there. And she's not too far off the mark.
How about that ball by Angela Sahlen to recognize that? Let's force it right up the middle. Let's go right at him. And Kerr was making that run.
Great service from Angela Sahlen. Buskowski. Williams, nowhere to go. Williamson gets it to Edmonds. Gives it right back to Kansas City. Matthias. Stood up there nicely by McCall Zerboni. Kerr is open in the middle. Zerboni didn't see her. Samantha making that diagonal run, and she was ready to go. Barzik. Now Taylor. Again, looks up, sends one forward for Kerr. She's been on the receiving end of a lot of these.
I think
it was Spencer initially.
I think they like what they're seeing right now with Samantha Kerr getting into the attack.
Kansas City coming back the other way now. Silva. Back to Silva. Pressured nicely by Adriana. Spencer. Looking for Kerr. She had to hold her run. She was going to be offsides. Spencer maybe a little too anxious there. Giving that up a little too soon, or not, maybe not soon enough. Kerr wanted that into space.
Some of that old style of Western New York Flash, you're seeing it right now. Zerboni's now on the left. Kerr's now playing up top.
Treska trying to sneak in, but Williams knocks it forward.
Spencer's now on the right. She started out up top all by herself. Now you got Kerr. And Kerr, I believe, has been more dangerous up top alone there. So
agreed. All right, we're 35 minutes in. Samantha Kerr close to getting the first one for the Flash. Kansas City can't continue their attack, and Western New York will take possession back with Williams, the 25-year-old. Will be playing in the Asian Cup starting next week. Kelly Weiss, the backup keeper for Aaron Lyons. And the Flash.
Well, they've got 3 games out there, and then they have the finals on May 25th, so we're not going to see them for a while.
Yeah, depends how good that run goes. They're going to play Japan, Jordan, and Vietnam as they look to defend their title if they won. It's also a qualifier for the Women's World Cup. They will leave after tonight's game. Join the Australian national team. Reynolds. Deflected. Adriana tries to turn, and she'll win a corner kick here for the Flash. On the near side, Adriana last season led the team with 46 corner kicks taken, and this time she's not going to go short as Zerboni pushing into the box.
It used to be McCall Zerboni taking a lot of the corner kicks, and now the Spanish national team here. Vicky Lozada, Bermudez the other night were taking the corners.
Driven ball, top of the 18, Salem. Let's loose, and a great save from Barnhart, diving to her left, punches it wide.
Something you don't see from Angela Sahlen too much is striking the ball on frame and with her left peg. Great shot, nice little cross. Clearance could have been better by FCKC. Good save by Nicole Barnhart.
Hats off to Barnhart. She had a lot of traffic in front. Here's the corner. In the box. Loose ball. Still inside the 6 and finally cleared away as bodies flying all over the place. Barnhart and Taylor slow to get up as there were bodies just chasing that ball. Scary moments for the FC Kansas City side inside their own 6. Barnhart still on the turf.
Spencer did a good job there, just standing in front of the goalkeeper. She really didn't. She didn't get in her way a little. She didn't foul her at all. She was just playing the ball.
Another service for Adriana.
Still, they don't have anybody on Spencer to get her out of the way from Barnhart. They're just playing a zone right there with Silver.
Another good service. Header. And it's in! Samantha Kerr's hard work pays off in the 38th minute, 1-0 Western New York.
After 3 corners, you don't want to be giving up corner kicks. That's a set piece, and it's just one too many for FCKC to give up. And Samantha Kerr with a nice header coming in. Nothing FC Kansas City can do right there. Good ball by Adriana.
First goal of the season for Samantha Kerr, and with that goal, the Realtors Charitable Foundation will continue its support of the Rochester community by donating $500 for every goal scored by the Flash at Sahlen Stadium. These donations will assist in increasing affordable home ownership opportunities, building healthy neighborhoods, and mitigating critical housing needs in the Rochester area. That total now is up to $1,000. Second home goal of the season for the Flash. Kerr from Adriana.
For every goal scored by the Flash at Sahlen Stadium.
Congratulations there. She deserves that one.
I mean, look at that. 2 players on Samantha Kerr, and she just got herself up, and the ball was just over those 2 other players. And wow, look at her. She's just so excited. She doesn't even know what to do with herself. She's saying, look at that. 2 players on Samantha Kerr. What a great header. And she's saying to herself, I'm not Abby Wambach, but I can score goals like Abby right now. Good stuff by Samantha Kerr. And
Great timing.
Yeah, good timing. And that's what that's all about, is the timing. And Adriana put that ball perfectly between the 6 and the 12.
38th minute time of the goal. 39th minute over the weekend for Sonia. So the Flash maybe starting a little trend here. Late first half goals now. They've got to avoid what happened against Portland.
Yeah, after you score a goal, now you got to get up and you got to play the next 5 minutes as hard as possible to make sure that you just keep that pressure on versus celebrating and saying, hey, we scored a goal, let's go into the locker room 1-0. And that's what happened the other night. They wanted to go in the locker room 1-0 and just leave it that way. Instead, game ended up to be 1-1 at halftime.
The Australian international Samantha Kerr with her first of the season. What an outstanding year she had in 2013. 6 goals and 5 assists. 41 minutes in, the Flash with a 1-0 lead. Was that the 3rd consecutive corner kick from Adriana?
Yeah, that was 3 in a row.
Finally paying off as Samantha Kerr beats 2 defenders, and the defender on the goal line, great job there, just could not keep it out.
And that's 2 goals at home on set pieces. I'm sure Aaron Lyons said he wants to start seeing goals out of the run of play. And he'll take the goals at set pieces, obviously, but can we see something out of the run of play? And they've been playing well. They've been possessing the ball relatively well. And really, it looks like Amy Barsick, she's not doing too well here.
I'm surprised she's even trying to walk off. Now she stops as the trainer will reach her in the 42nd minute. Didn't see what happened on that last play, but Barsick looks like it's her right knee or right leg that is giving her some trouble right now. And again, so many players out of the lineup due to national team call-ups, and this is one thing you want to avoid. One thing is getting players going up to their national team, but injuries, a whole nother story.
When you see a player like that, the first thing as a player, you don't want to overreact and say, oh my God, I just did my ACL. And I've been there before, like, oh my God, I'm done. And then all of a sudden you can come back into it, and let's hope that's with Barsick. But you saw when she got up there, she started doing that, oh no. And she's doing it again right now. She's like, please don't be anything but just a twist or a knock.
It is her right knee that they're looking at. And she looks to be in a bit of pain. And she'll get some help to come off the pitch. And we'll see if the Flash will have to make a substitution here. No indication yet to Aaron Lyons whether she can stay on or not. Amy Barsick, the 23-year-old, played 9 games last season for the Flash out of the University of Colorado. And she's barely going to make it to the sideline. Keeps, Mike said, and shaking her head saying no. So the Flash break the huddle. Barsick will make her way to the bench. Hopefully, as Mike said, nothing too serious. She'll take a seat, and they'll give her a closer look. As the Flash have players warming up. Barsick telling them how the injury happened here on the turf at Sahlen Stadium. One change already made in the match. Dreska came on for Henderson, who went out with a leg injury, and now it's Barzik who's trying to shake this one off. As the training staff taking a good look at her. She takes a few jogs. That's a good sign.
Sure is.
Play is back underway in the 44th minute.
You know, and in her head, she's just like, okay, just let me run this out. Let me be able to run this out. She's saying she's okay, which is a positive.
Good to see that she'll be able to return. Flash keeping possession, playing a player down, so that'll give him a chance to get Barzik back onto the field. And she gets a nice round of applause. Good to see her back onto the pitch. Adriana, who set up the goal from Kerr, plays it back to Williams. Now Williamson. Flash keeping possession, don't want to make any mistakes as they gave up a 43rd minute goal against Portland in their last home game. Taking their time here as this one gets over Zerboni and knocked over the sideline by Leanne Robinson, 27-year-old. There's Zerboni, 45th minute. Dreska pressured by Reynolds and Zerboni. Reynolds comes away with it, and wow. I agree with Catherine Reynolds there. I don't know if that was a foul on the ladies in red or white. But nonetheless, Mark Ellerton on the field sees it as a free kick for FC Kansas City.
Tough little battle between Dreska, the rookie, and Catherine Reynolds.
We're in the 45th minute, and looks like stoppage time being put on the board right now.
Fourth official was just about to show 14 minutes.
I hope not. That'll be changed before he holds that up. Good pressure by Zerboni. Flash looking for a late one. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Plenty of time here for the Flash to get another one. Or, on the flip side, Kansas City to equalize. As Marlborough dribbles that one out of bounds. Reynolds has a throw in here. Don't forget, at halftime, we'll speak with Aaron Lyons, the head coach of the Western New York Flash. Get his thoughts on the first half and especially the revolving door of lineups he's going to have to deal with. Spencer wins a throw-in. It'll be Reynolds to take it. We are deep into first half stoppage time. Throw-in now for the Flash. Spencer, her one touch is off the mark, and Reynolds couldn't get to that one. Throw-in coming up here. Nikki Phillips taking her time, looking forward. Headed by Marlborough, and Reynolds on this near side has seen a lot of the ball. A lot of touches here in half number one. Williams. Now Williamson. Look at that ball from Taylor. Driven. Just couldn't get up over that last defender.
Yeah, you just have a much different, you know, and that's not going to happen. You're not going to get over that last defender. And you have a much different target up there with Spencer versus Abby Wambach. So I don't know if that's the play that we're going to want, that the Flash are going to want to play in the second half. Continue to keep possession, working the ball through the midfield, play high pressure into their end, and keep the ball and play in their half of the field.
Silva's pass behind Robinson. Given away and an easy throw and pick up here for the Flash. Adriana off the chest, turns, and she runs out of space. There'll be a throw in at midfield coming up for the visitors from FC Kansas City. And a well-rounded performance against Houston. 4-0. As Mike mentioned, 4 different goal scorers. Like to see that balance.
Unfortunately,
without their
only one of them's on the field tonight,
I know, I was
and that's
say,
Silver.
Without their big gun tonight, Rodriguez, who has 4 goals, tied for the league lead with Little from Seattle. Spencer, corner of the 18.
And that's great for Amy Rodriguez to return this season. Last season out because of a pregnancy, and now this season starts the season off with 4 goals. It's great to have her back, both for FCKC and obviously the women's national team.
The league itself, the NWSL benefiting from great players like that. Laskowski. Edmonds marking on the outside. Good job, takes it away from Matthias.
Nice patience by Edmonds there against a very good player in Matthias.
Kerr can turn. Spencer, maybe one last rush, cuts it inside. 1v3, Spencer into the 18, on the left foot, shot, goal! Jasmine Spencer!
And that's how you do it. Give me the ball. I'm going to go at them. And Kerr plays a great ball to Spencer. And she wrong foots her defender as she cuts it inside. And then she shows that little bit of an explosiveness on that last touch. I almost thought she was going to bring it back to her right peg. What a great ball by Kerr right here. Spencer brings it down. Here's that first touch with her header. Gets around Coleman, and then 3 defenders. Leanne Robinson just stops and watches it. Good finish by Spencer, and that's how you end the half.
And the whistle blows with the Flash taking a 2-0 lead after 45 minutes of play. And a great finish. Spencer is 1v3. Those quick touches just finds her enough open space, and calm and cool with the left foot. She buries it home.
That's a nice finish right there. And you know what? She has an advantage of being short because she heads it right here. No one else is going to head it there. That's her advantage right around Coleman.
Let's go down to field level, our halftime interview as the first half ends with a bang. Aaron Lyons, the head coach of the Flash, joining us. Aaron, welcome to the halftime show. Your thoughts on half number 1?
Very, very good. I'm very happy. I thought we did well in possession. It was a slower start. You know, they came out with a lot of the ball, but once we settled in, players got confident. I thought we did a very good job. Obviously, lovely to score off a set piece. Sam Kerr doing really well there, and just before the half there from Jazz, that was a little bit special. That.
Yeah, a goal with a set piece and also a goal and run a play. That's fantastic. Your game plan today was high pressure play in their half. What do you think?
I think we did well the first 10 minutes, and then kind of sat back and you know, tried to keep organized. And then once they come into our zone, then make sure that we stepped out. Little things to work on, adjust, but very, very happy to go in 2-0 up at the half.
Aaron, keep it up. Best of luck. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys.
Head coach Aaron Lyons of the Western New York Flash. And this season, the Realtors Charitable Foundation will continue its support of the Rochester community by donating $500 for every goal scored by the Flash at Sahlen Stadium this season. These donations will assist in increasing affordable home ownership opportunities, building healthy neighborhoods, and mitigating critical housing needs in the Rochester area. We are up to $1,500 donated after that goal by Jasmine Spencer. At the half, the Flash have a 2-0 lead over FC Kansas City. We'll take a short break and come back with more action on the Flash Broadcast Network.
Great Taste has landed. Sahlen's great tasting hot dogs and deli meats now available across New York State. great taste has landed. Sahlen's great tasting hot dogs and deli meats now available across New York State.
An exciting final 7 minutes as the Flash scored 2 goals to take a 2-0 lead after 45 minutes of play at Sahlen Stadium. Joe Giuliano and Mike Kerms. Let's take a quick look at some of the action in half number 1 between the Flash and FC Kansas City. The goal scorers were Kerr and Spencer. And here's Barzik's chance, a good touch into the box and a great defensive play blocking it away.
Amy Barsick plays a nice little ball to Samantha Kerr. Samantha Kerr at this point is playing left midfield, cutting in, and it's really great defending there by Phillips. Really sticking with the play, but Kerr, I mean, yeah, you can see Nicole Barnhart almost just getting herself into position late.
There's Salem switching the run of play onto the near side for Reynolds. I love this ball.
Yeah, great ball by Catherine Reynolds. McCall Zerboni, I wanted to see her bring out her left foot, come around it. I love the ball by Angela Salem, switching the point of attack, which allowed everyone to switch their focus and allowed the Western New York Flash to crash from that opposite side. And right there again, you could just see Catherine Reynolds getting forward as an outside back, Angela Salem switching the point of attack, McCall Zerboni getting in the box.
Pinpoint service from Angela Salem. Kerr again, not too far off the mark.
No, and it's Angela Salem playing that great ball. Samantha Kerr making those great runs, those slashing runs, and giving it a shot on Nicole Barnhart. She sees that the defender gets in front of her a little bit, so why not take a shot?
Well, it's going to be a matter of time before Kerr would get involved, and then there's corner kick after corner kick. Salem, a great shot. There's a ton of traffic in front of Barnhart.
Yeah, and Salem puts it, and that's something you don't see from Angela Salem a lot, taking that ball, and she just strokes it, and it's on a rope. Great save by Nicole Barnhart.
38th minute, 3rd consecutive corner kick, and look at the header from Samantha Kerr.
Finally, after the 3rd corner, they're successful, and Samantha Kerr, 2 defenders right on her, gets up, leaps, great timing, puts that ball, nothing a defender could do that's standing on the far post.
I love this celebration. Samantha Kerr scores, and then she says, you know what? 7 minutes later, let me help out Jasmine, take off and have some fun as we get another look at that well-timed header from Samantha Kerr. But 7 minutes later, Spencer gets her first of the season, and she's calm and cool working it against 3 Kansas City defenders.
It's right there, and Samantha Kerr with a goal and assist in the first half. And there's Jasmine Spencer with a nice little move, heading it past her defender, Coleman. And then the other defender coming back, Phillips, trying to save her. Nothing she could do. Spencer with that left peg, putting it in the back of the net. Congratulations, Jasmine Spencer, her first goal with the Western New York Flash. And she's going to be playing this role a lot. She's going to be coming off the bench for the Western New York Flash. I hate to say it, with the forwards that you got in Bermudez, you got Lasada, Carly Lloyd, Wambach. You got a lot of players that you're going to be playing, that you're competing with. Spencer's going. She's making her mark for Aaron Lyons right now, saying I deserve to be on the field. If I'm not starting, I want to be the first off the bench. Nice little header, and here's that explosion right there. that nice little explosion allows her to get right past both defenders and then the finish.
And let's take Spencer's goal back even further. Edmonds did a great job against Matthias deep on that far side to initially win the ball and then get it to Kerr. So good job there as we look at your stats. Obviously 2-0 after one half of play. Saves 2 for Barnhart, none for Williams. Corner kicks lopsided just a little bit. 4 for the Flash, 1 for Kansas City. And shots and fouls 6-2 in favor of the Flash. Second half about to begin. We will change sides. Western New York will have the kickoff. They'll be attacking the goal to our left. And they've got a 2-0 lead. And it was good to see them score the second one in the first half after giving one up against Portland following Sonia's beautiful free kick. Half number 2 underway as Edmonds on the near side. Touch off the inside of her foot, out of bounds. Throw-in coming up here for Williams.
Aaron Lyons definitely told the Western New York Flash, we got to continue to press and play in their half of the field. Let's continue to keep moving the ball around the field. Let's continue to use Samantha Kerr making those runs and Jasmine Spencer making those runs and playing their half. And on the other end, Vlatko Andonovski, he's saying we got to start playing our style of play, which is possession style of soccer. Once we win the ball, let's keep the ball. And that's what KC, they're not doing that tonight. They're not keeping the ball as much as they'd like to.
Well, they came in 182 minutes of scoreless soccer. And that is now finished as Samantha Kerr put an end to that. And the Flash took a 1-0 lead in the 38th minute. So 220 minutes of scoreless soccer played by the Kansas City defense. A very solid number put together by Barnhart and her mixed and match crew. As Richmond gets the pass from Barnhart. Barely reaches Matthias.
I mean, they have their, you say mix and match, but really you got Williams in there, and then the other 5 players, their back 6 are pretty much the same with Richmond, Buskowski, Phillips,
but
Coleman, Robinson,
Becky Sauerbrunn, not
yeah,
there.
You're missing.
That's kind of a big piece.
Yeah, top defender, one of the top defenders in the world, a very big piece, but.
Had a chance to speak with Becky Sauerbrunn before the 2013 season during a Missouri Comets game, and she was on top of the world with the announcement of the NWSL, and boy, did she make it pay in that first season, Defender of the Year.
The other difference between these two teams is you have experience versus inexperience.
Here's Silva.
You got FC Kansas City. Right now they have 5 rookies on the field.
Buskowski. Now on the near side for Nikki Phillips, the 26-year-old. Her rights were acquired on July 1st in a trade for forward Renee Cuellar with Seattle. Edmonds plays it to Williamson. Sahlen, Kerr, Spencer, good combination passing here, and it's going to just roll over the sideline as Edmonds' deep overlapping run.
And I got a smile on my face because you see Edmonds started her run so early and trying to get forward as an outside back, and Aaron Lyons must be so happy to see someone else on the opposite side that's trying to get forward. You got Catherine Reynolds and Edmonds getting forward to help the attack.
Matthias, and she'll be winning a throw-in here for FC Kansas City. Williams will take.
Amy Barsick, it's good to see her back on the field. No limp, nothing. She looks very comfortable on the field right now.
Matthias on the near side with some space. Edmonds closing her down. High chip, and that'll sail up and into the netting behind the goal. In the 50th minute, the Flash with a 2-0 lead. Samantha Kerr, a goal and an assist. in the first half of play. And a good start as she'll be sent off tomorrow morning to join the Australian national team in their defense of the Asian Cup. Here's Williamson. Edmonds. Spencer. Kerr. Possession here, Barzik, Sahlen. You know, it was great to see Angela get that rifle, that beautiful shot away. She does so much of the dirty work, the setting up. Good to see her get an opportunity as well.
Well, she's the Jenna Richmond of the Western New York Flash. She's a blue-collar worker. She does all that work. She's a ball winner, and then she gets the ball and she distributes it to the right players that really do all the offensive work. And seeing her get that shot off, you know that she can lace the ball and put the ball in the back of the net.
Happy to see her get an opportunity after all that unnoticed hard work.
Oh, it's noticed. You know, we say, but usually players like that, you're right, are unnoticed. Like a Jenna Richmond, Angela Sahlen, they are unnoticed. And Buskowski used to be like that as well, but you could see that she's more involved. She's getting forward more.
I guess unnoticed was not the right word, but she's not recognized as much as the others, I should have said.
That I can agree with.
All right, thank you. So clear me up when you have to. Barzik looks to be okay, Mike.
Yes, absolutely. She's and that's good. That's good for Aaron Lyons and the Western New York Flash.
You wonder if Wambach and Lloyd, along with Sauerbrunn, Rodriguez, and Holiday, are all holed up in a hotel room in Winnipeg watching this one and going back and forth
together,
talking about FCKC in Western New York. If they are watching, hope you're enjoying our coverage, and we wish you the best of luck tomorrow against Canada.
The great thing about the NWSL is the camaraderie among all the players, and there is a great camaraderie, and they know that once they step on the field, they've got a job to do, and then once the game's over, hey, a lot of us have played together in college, a lot of us have played all over with all the U23, U20 national teams, and there's Edmonds getting forward again.
On the sprint, good job to keep possession, keeps it in play. And Williams, soft little poke over the near sideline. In the 52nd minute. Kerr. Adriana. Third appearance of the season. Got an assist this evening, 2 on the season for the Spanish international. 3 goals, 1 assist for Adriana last season. Into the box for Spencer, quickly turns and fires a ball that's deflected, and a corner kick coming up here for the Flash. This time on the far side, Adriana to take it.
And we're talking about Angela Sahlen and all the great stuff she's doing, and here's Edmonds getting forward again. Just good stuff by Edmonds getting forward, but again, we're talking about Angela Sahlen. And this corner kick started because Angela Sahlen switched the point of attack again. So again, as you call them, unnoticed.
Unrecognized.
All right.
Adriana's service. Barnhart through traffic, reaches up, scoops that one out of the air. Nicole Barnhart played in Rochester before, back in 2009. She played for the U.S. national team, and they played against Canada. That was the game where Abby Wambach scored her 100th goal with the U.S. women's national team. She was a backup keeper for the USA's past 4 world championships. And again, tremendous save in that first half off the rocket from Sahlen.
And I would have to say, what the WPS and the NWSL and the WPSL Elite has now done for women's soccer in the last 4 years is tremendous, because players like Christine Sinclair were on the field for that game and no one really knew her. And now today they know that she's the Abby Wambach of Canada. And just these leagues have been a tremendous stage.
Samantha Kerr wins a corner kick.
Tremendous stage for women's soccer in the United States.
She is in fine form right now. Adriana and Zerboni set up for a short corner. No, they'll have Adriana serve it into the box. The header by Barzik off the post, the rebound, headed up and over. And it was Samantha Kerr again on the second opportunity.
What a ball by Adriana. That's a lot better than the last corner she just took. That last corner was a little bit too far into the 6-yard box. This one between the 6 and 12 again, just like the one that Kerr scored. And it's Amy Barsick. Look at her get up above everyone else, crashing right in that 6-yard spot, right in the center of the 6-yard spot. And it's Kerr with the rebound. Unlucky for Amy Barsick to hit that post, but Silva was right there covering that near post regardless.
These corner kicks have been deadly for the Flash. They have been creating opportunity after opportunity on the corner kicks. That was their 6th one of the match, only one for Kansas City. As in this second half, the majority of play in the KC half of the field.
And as you know, a lot of times corner kicks are a true indication of how the game was played, and usually the team that has more corners usually has the more possession of the game, really playing in the other team's half, and in this case, that's true.
Samantha Kerr looking to apply some pressure, but Phillips pops it up in the air.
I mean, everyone knows that the Western New York Flash are dangerous on set pieces and particularly corner kicks, but they didn't think that they were as dangerous without Abby Wambach, but they're showing that tonight that they are.
Marlborough, pressured by Williamson. And nicely poked away by Edmonds as Matthias looking to make something happen. And taking down is Silva. Referee quick to blow the whistle as she's down and slow to get up in the 56th minute. The Flash and KC will play on Wednesday, June the 4th at Kansas City. There'll be a return match here on Friday, July the 18th. Wrap up the regular season for these two clubs as far as head-to-head. Silva on the near side. Here's her restart. Swerving ball into the box, headed away by Barsick. Back in, Dreska, shot and a goal! On the backside, it's Marlborough who pounces on the loose ball and makes it 2-1.
What a great ball by Silva, but what a great recovery of the ball by Dreska. Her debut, a reserve for the FCKC, puts the ball right back in the box, and Marlborough with a great finish there. Nothing Lydia Williams can do, but it's Dreska that keeps that ball back in, puts that ball back in the 18. That ball that Silva played was just fantastic, just screamed right across between that 6 and 12, and great stuff by Dreska to keep it back, put it back right, keep it right in there, and leave that pressure on the Western New York Flash.
That's a well-taken goal by Marlborough, right out of the air, as it's put in inside the 6, and it's going to be a tight finish here. It's 2-1, 58th minute.
It's a tough one to miss, and Marlborough made sure that she didn't. And this is going to lift FC Kansas City a little bit, because for that first 10 minutes of that second half, it was all Western New York Flash. And this comes right after Amy Barsick almost put that header off that corner kick in the net.
That's right, good point.
So that goes from a possible 3-0, and now it's a 2-1 game, and we've got a match.
It's Marlborough who gets the goal. It'll be unassisted because Edmonds was the last player to touch it for the Flash. 57th minute. Marlborough, her first of the season in her 4th game played. As the Flash opening the door just a little bit here for Kansas City. Shots in favor of the home side, 8-3. Scoreboard is tight at 2-1. Western New York, Phillips. And here's Marlborough. She's got some confidence now. Plays it back to Buskowski, streaking through the middle of the field. Oh, a good ball into space, looking for Matthias. And it's broken up by the Flash defense. Now Kansas City with some rhythm here. Silva. Oh, I thought Sahlen got a good little, I don't know if it was a shoulder or maybe even just a little, it was hip to hip almost. Angela got a little lower center of gravity and knocked Silva down.
You could see that the flow of this match has changed quite a bit as well. A little bit more intensity being played by both teams.
Silva on the restart.
Speed of play has picked up.
4 in the wall for the Flash.
I think she's shooting is pretty obvious.
Steps in, low shot blocked. Richmond into the box, and Marlborough is offsides, let that roll through. All right, 60th minute, it is 2-1 if you're just tuning in. Flash with 2 goals in the first half, Kerr in the 38th, Spencer in the 45th, and then FCKC got one in the 57th by Marlborough. And that's where we stand now. Kerr to Williamson, Taylor, Dreska. A key part of that Kansas City goal, keeping the play alive at the top of the 18. Adriana, calm and cool to Zerboni. Play on here is possession kept. Nope, referee will make the call. Kerr. Slow it down, a restart coming up for the Flash. Sahlen to take it. Only 1 substitution made so far. That was in the 17th minute. Melissa Henderson went out with a foot injury, and Dreska came in for her. Salem and Barzik over the ball on this restart. It is Salem to the far side. Over Taylor and over Robinson. It'll be goal kick coming up here for Kansas City. Kansas City at 2-2-1 with 7 points, currently in 3rd place. Flash 1-1-1 with 4 points. Seattle has just exploded to start the season at 5-0. 15 points, 12 goals and 2 assists for Seattle. We'll also, by the way, feature the NWSL Player of the Week for Week 4. Sydney LaRue, who turned 24 today, scored her first goal of the season against Sky Blue. Oh, a hard challenge. Edmonds gets taken down, but bounces right back up. Good, tough play from Edmonds and Williams. And Williams comes down with the foul into the KC half of the field. That was a good, hard challenge.
Yeah, and anyone that says that soccer's a soft game,
Whew.
right there, Edmonds and Williams proved it right there. Great tackle right there. And you can see right here, Williams getting stuck in. Great tackle. Edmonds gets stuck in, stands straight up, starts playing. She is feeling her shin right now.
Hats off there to Edmonds. Far side, a deep cross. It's up and over the net and out of play.
It's the second time that Reynolds has gotten forward for the Western New York Flashes and has made that and put that cross out of bounds. You have to really take advantage and reward yourself, reward your teammates getting inside the box, making sure that those crosses count. She's getting she's doing great, getting forward. She's got to make sure that those crosses count.
Barnhart not sure where to go. She'll finally go short to Phillips. Salem again, so many times, steps in, wins the ball. Here it is again. Nice job. Chips it up twice, brings it down. Back to Edmonds. Now Williamson, 63rd minute. Williamson trying to force one there. Spencer won't get this one through as Samantha Kerr stopped the run. One other game tonight in the NWSL, Chicago at Sky Blue FC. Chicago at 1-2. Sky Blue 1-2-2. By the way, Sky Blue will be the next opponent for the Western New York Flash here at Sahlen Stadium on Sunday. Spend Mother's Day at Sahlen Stadium. For tickets and more information, visit wnyflash.com or you can call 454-KICK for ticket information. Adriana off the chest, another little chip up and brings it down. This one's kept in play by Evans. Nope, referee on this near side. Looks at his assistant. And throwing coming up here for Kansas City. Play on. Ball's not out of bounds. Laskowski to Matthias. Silva wide open on the far side.
Great little stuff by Kansas City right there.
Robinson.
Get themselves out of pressure. Ball almost out of bounds right there. Next thing you know, it's all the way on the other side with Dreska in the attacking third.
Going for Dreska, 65th minute.
Getting themselves out of tight situations.
Yes.
And then keeping possession and getting the ball to the other side of the field.
Offsides for Dreska. Restart coming up for the Flash. Flash are the only team that FCKC have not beaten to this date. As Mike doubles up on layers here. It's a Hickey Freeman jacket, so be careful.
It's a little chilly out here.
Temperature has definitely dropped. It was about 54 degrees at kickoff. And 65 minutes in now. It's much cooler than we saw earlier as we came into the stadium. It's Matthias cutting it back. Pressured by Sahlen, and two Flash players there will scoop this one up. Played behind Kerr. Throw-in coming up for Kansas City. Marlborough, she's got a goal, and Williamson tries to slide this one away. Does. It's a corner kick, second one of the game coming up for Kansas City. And Mike, maybe a little shift here in the run of play.
Yes, the flow of the match has definitely changed over to FC Kansas City, and they're playing a lot quicker style. They continue to keep possession.
There's Silva, high, long corner. Headed away with some power there by Williamson.
And if you think about it, it's their rookies that are starting to step up here. Silva's the one who hit that set piece, and it's Dreska that kept the ball in the box, and it's Marlborough that finished. All three are rookies.
Barnhart. Looks like Kansas City will go to the bench one more time as Vlatko Andonovski giving the final instructions. Looks like it's Missy Giha, number 28, who will be coming in. Dreska plays it central. Marlborough looking for some space. Dreska takes the one-timer out of the air and doesn't make contact on it. KC, though, keeping possession. Phillips gets it over to Coleman. KC slowing it down here, regrouping. Phillips, Coleman going back and forth. Now Silva, good steal. Gets pickpocketed there by Spencer. Good bit of work there from the speedster for the Flash. Williamson. Outside to Taylor. She takes a touch, looking for that long service. Goes short to the checking McCall Zerboni. Barzik, Williamson. Kerr, space. Gets it right back from Sahlen. Just laid behind her a little bit, Adriana. Back to Barzik. Flash looking for their second win of the season, first on home turf in 2014.
And they really need this win to really start to stay competitive in the league. 1-1-1. You can't have KC go up another win. Number one, you can't have them go up another win or a tie. Doesn't really help either team, but I think Western New York Flash really needs the win here, particularly at home. Can't drop points at home again.
They had a great opportunity against Portland, but gave up I guess an unlucky goal as Williams bobbled it. And McDonald, not the kind of player you want to leave sitting on the doorstep, got her third of the season. Taylor's long ball, it's deflected away by Phillips, and it should be a Flash throw, and it is. Missy Giha is going to come on, and it is going to be number 20, Dreska, coming off. So Dreska came on in the 17th minute. She comes off in the 69th minute. Not bad.
No, she got herself, she put that ball back into the 18. And this is a change. He got a player in, got her some time. Now he's getting Giha in, getting her some time from the reserve team. She's got to be pretty happy with what she's done tonight. They did start attacking that left side for the Western New York Flash. Did start attacking that left side where Dreska was. But she did a pretty good job. Not allowing a lot of pressure to come down just that right-hand side for the Western New York Flash.
Giha is 26 years old, her first appearance of the season. Played at Kansas from the FC KC Reserves, and a corner kick given up here for the Flash. And they've been dangerous, to say the least.
Yeah, her last season with Kansas was 2008. So another player, she's been around a while, hasn't had professional experience, so this is her professional debut.
Good spin by Zerboni, crossed into the box. Adriana, right foot deflected, and it's gonna be what? Corner kick or throw? Referee and his assistant taking a look. I'll call it corner kick. This is the 9th corner kick of the match for Western New York.
Great little turn by Zerboni there, and that cross was screaming across. All someone had to do from the Western New York Flash was just get something on it and redirect it into the goal.
Adriana headed away. Sahlen again from the top of the 18. This one sails up and over the net.
If I'm the Western New York Flash, I continue. When you have a corner kick, just continue to scream those between the 6 and the 12. You've had a lot of success there. I mean, that short corner of McCall Zerboni was pretty good, but still she got that ball in the box, but really just continue with what's been successful.
They've had a post, they've had a goal on those balls. Swerved into the box, and we'll see if they continue after 9 corner kicks to 2 for Kansas City. Matthias, the 23-year-old, also a member of the New York Fury back in 2012, last season. Played with KC, 22 games played. There's Williamson in the 72nd minute.
Other than that goal against Portland, which was in the run of play, that's really, I would say that's another goal that scored off of a set piece against the Western New York Flash. So don't limit the fouls you give up around the 18, and then get a little bit tighter. And in that case, the ball was cleared somewhat, so people tend to leave their marks, and that's what happened. Marlborough was left wide open, was able to finish that.
Quality finish there. Like the way she took that out of the air. Flash yet to make a substitution. Players are warming up. Phillips, and this one's going to streak out of bounds, but good pressure from Barzik to create that turnover.
And at this point, Adamowski's pretty much used his bench. He said before the match, I've got Dreska and Giha, 2 reserves that we're putting on the roster tonight, and Timrak really is not available.
Sarah Keene, the only other one besides Timrak. Center circle, Barzik all the way over to the far side. No one there for the Flash. And Barnhart will play it. Coleman. Back to Barnhart. There's Richmond. Some pressure, loose ball in the middle. Kerr gets a poke on it. But Marlborough coming forward. A chance now for Kansas City to attack. Giha. Zerboni steps in. Zerboni almost comes away with it, but she's double teamed, and Kansas City continues to possess. Phillips into the box. Matthias goes down. Flash trying to work it out of their own half, and Taylor says enough of this. We'll go long. Bad pass, square ball intercepted by Spencer. Streaking down the middle, Spencer cuts it to her right, top of the 18. Shot blocked. Good recovery defensively there by Coleman.
Great recovery by Coleman, but Spencer's got to just continue with that and actually use the defender if she felt Coleman catching her, she's got to put Coleman on her right shoulder and leave that ball on her left peg.
Coleman, the 5th overall pick out of Florida State University, coming back with a big defensive play. Corner kick here for the Flash, the 10th of the match.
And it's a bad ball by Nikki Phillips, and you're not going to see that a lot. And right here, Spencer, she finally gets it down under control. Use Coleman, keep her on your right shoulder, and keep pushing that ball to your left peg. And then take another shot with your left foot and get yourself the 2nd goal for the night.
All right, Adriana will do it again. High service. Headed down, and they'll say KC were the last ones to touch it. Adriana will sprint over all the way to the near side for the 11th corner kick service of the match. We're in the 75th minute.
And I think it's Amy Barsick that gets her head on that one again. Another good ball, and here's that cross by Adriana, and it's Amy Barsick. Oh no, it was a defender. But Amy Barsick challenging again.
Adriana, another good ball into the mix. Top of the 18. Reynolds to Kerr, heads it down to the turf. Barnhart punches it away, and Coleman again there to clear it out of danger. Barnhart's had a big game tonight. Coleman's helped out as well. Crossing the far side, blocked. Second chance, headed away by Coleman.
Good stuff by Giha. Giha doing her job, not allowing the cross to come in by Reynolds.
Williamson, square to Sahlen. Taylor. Now Edmonds. We're in the 76th minute. Flash with some possession in their own half. There's Edmonds. Back to Sahlen. Pass is intercepted by Matthias. Waiting for some help. Finds it in Silva. Middle of the field. Good job by McCall's Zerboni to track back and demand possession for the Flash. Spencer, Zerboni. Barsick.
Two teams being very, very patient on the ball. I like it.
Taylor, good ball into space on the near side. Edmonds again in those all-out sprints, keeps it in play. Settles. Low service. Not going to make its way through. As Nikki Phillips plays it to Buskowski. Buskowski pressured in her own half by Edmonds and Sahlen. Taylor, nice little flick, middle of the field for Barsick. Williamson and the Flash keeping possession, a slim 2-0 lead, 2-1 lead, I should say. Flash trying to draw Kansas City out just a little bit, eat away at some of that clock. Two to one. Casey needs to come forward if they want to get that equalizer. They're content just to sit at the midfield line. Williamson takes a shot forward looking for Spencer. She's nudged off the ball by Coleman. And Nicole Barnhart will pick it up. Buskowski, the 29-year-old. She played every minute in FC Kansas City history. Talk about an iron woman. It is Buskowski, the 29-year-old.
Yeah, and she's done that for many teams. She did it with the Philadelphia Independents. She's done that for many teams when she played for Paul Riley. She's done that for many teams that she's played for. So she's
a name we've called quite a few times over the years working together.
Yeah, absolutely. We've called her a lot. She's a great player.
Edmonds with the nutmeg. Spencer lays it off, but no one there for the Flash. It's Richmond. Now Giha. Matthias. Spencer comes back to work hard, and it's going to be a throw-in for the Flash.
And here's Edmonds right down the sideline. Nice little meg. Aaron Lyons has to be happy with what Edmonds does for this team in that outside back position.
Great job. Great work on this flank in the second half. Could be a candidate for player of the match as Mike will make his selection after kickoff or after the final whistle. Matthias heading it forward, looking for Marlborough. Williamson there for the flash.
All these corner kicks by the Western New York Flash, they've really been able to take advantage. And look at Adriana, she's playing them very, very well. And again, taking a little bit of a book, taking a little note out of the book from Dreska, putting it back in the box right there. Still, just another opportunity. Very dangerous with those corners in the entire game. 10 corners to 3.
Domination in that category for the Flash, as they have had Adriana's quality service a difference maker on those corner kicks. Free kick on the offsides call against Marlborough.
Well, actually, it's 10 shots to 3, 11 corners to 2. Just, it's a domination by the Western New York Flash.
This one's going to be flicked forward. Kerr's going to keep it in bounds. Playing it back to Edmonds. A good performance for Edmonds. Good ball into Adriana. She's on sides. Deep in the box. Plays it back to Kerr. One-time cross. Barnhart off her line, and she's able to scoop it out of the air. She's good snag there and a long reach. And Silva. Quick little tug there by Zerboni, trying to slow things down, but Richmond, Kansas City come on the quick restart. Kerr just popping it in the air and giving Edmonds a chance to get it back to Lydia Williams in the 81st minute. Adriana took a knock off the right knee, and she goes down in front of the Flash bench as they will go to the bench and bring on Emma Kate. Adriana gets a nice round of applause. She is up.
Fans, don't forget the Flash will be at the Mount Hope Distillery location for the official post-game party.
Matthias
Flash will be there tonight. Enjoy half-price appetizers.
whips one into the middle. Taylor clears it away.
Who clears it away?
You know who. The usual.
Taylor, she's just been, again, having another very good match in the back there.
Throwing here for Edmonds. Fakes going backwards and comes down the near sideline. Picked up by Spencer. Sahlen quickly outside. Reynolds on her horse, running forward. Heads it into space. Challenging with Robinson. She'll get it back to her keeper. Receiving it back is Robinson. Buskowski, good touch forward for Silva. Back to Buskowski, gets through, but she's able to keep possession.
And that's fantastic soccer right there by FCKC, but also a great tackle by Amy Barczyk to not let them out.
Kerr has a goal from distance, and no trouble there for Barnhart.
And it's Robinson and Barnhart so comfortable with each other in the back there. Robinson just lays it to Barnhart. Barnhart knocks it right back out to her. They start working it up the sideline. It was a real nice soccer, except for that last pass where Barczyk was able to tackle it.
Robinson, sideline against Zerboni. McCall's been pesky tonight.
Very pesky. I was just about to talk about how McCall's doing the McCall-Zerboni way and just really getting all over the place, getting into tackles, getting stuck in nonstop, playing a role that we haven't seen her play a lot in that really since the WPS days where we saw her really play that right wing position. Actually, those days, Aaron Lyons was using her in the back position, using her in midfield, using her forward. Right now, we haven't seen her in the right midfield position in quite a while, and she's doing a good job.
Reynolds sliding in. Good defending there. Played now to Richmond. Zerboni 7 versus 7. McCall not giving her any space. Gets the cross away, but it's Taylor there. That stone wall on defense. Knocks it away again for the Flash. Far side picked up by Jenna Richmond. She's double team there, slowing it down, looking for some help, spinning away. Gets it to Buskowski. Spencer and Zerboni combine and win it back for the Flash. Here's Spencer. Long ball, not going to reach Kerr as it's picked up there by Phillips. Williams.
And there's an example where you just won the ball back and you gave it right back to FC Kansas City. And Spencer's got, that's one thing where Spencer has to learn. Let's keep the ball now and not just force it to Kerr, because she has 60 yards to run. Even if she gets that, she's got 60 yards to run with no help from the rest of the Western New York Flash.
Marlboro pinned in the middle of the field. Sneaks one out to Buskowski. Trying to find some space for Williams. She can't.
Again, I think Marlboro's had a very good game as that target forward position. She's tall. You can see Taylor, she towers over Taylor, and Taylor's not short at all. Marlboro's being a lot of nice runs. She got herself a goal tonight. She's been working hard, really strong in there.
Matthias, Marlboro posting up. Taken away, though, by the Flash. But still, possession returns to KC.
I mean, if you're Andonovski, you've got 4 college draft picks that are all seeing a lot of time on the field. And then you've got your experience that got second place in the league last year. You got to be very pleased with what you've got moving forward.
They've done a great job in assembling a deep, talented squad with a lot of positive young players, as the Flash will finally go to the bench in the 86th minute. Jasmine Spencer, who has the second goal of the game, will be coming off, and Emma Kate will come on. Kate, the 26-year-old, this will be her 3rd appearance. She's from New Zealand. She played with the national team in the 2011 Women's World Cup. Jasmine Spencer gets a nice round of applause.
And she's got to feel good. I mean, she got herself a goal tonight, and she didn't score 1 goal last year. She got 1 assist for Washington, so in 17 games. So she's got to feel really good to get her first goal in the NWSL.
Williams trying to sneak one in, and it's in there, and a great kick save. And it's cleared away by the Flash. Lydia Williams may have kept 3 points alive for the Flash there. And it was Marlboro who got inside the 18 unmarked again.
And a rare mistake there by Brittany Taylor in the box versus just clearing it. She tried to control it. She's just got to get it out of there.
Kansas City almost getting the equalizer in the 87th minute. They're not done yet. Richmond, Buskowski, outside to Williams, corner of the 18. Kerr and Edmonds battle there. And Williams is called for the foul. Nia Williams, whose father Hugh is on the technical staff of FCKC. Here's a look at that opportunity, Mike. Great ball from Williams.
And here's Brittany Taylor, and I have no idea. She looks like she got caught up on her feet and almost put it right to Williams. Great save by Williams. But Taylor, right here, Brittany Taylor, you think she's going to clear it, and she kind of lost her footing.
And what a tremendous save from the 25-year-old Lydia Williams, who just may have kept the points in the bag for Western New York.
And here's that goal by Jasmine Spencer, her first goal in her NWSL career. A good way to get it. Could be the game winner for the Western New York Flash in her first start of the season.
Kate applying some pressure. Coleman, her pass is intercepted by Kerr, who gets it to Sahlen, who gets it to Kerr.
You gotta like that energy that Kate brings off the bench. Every single game that she's come off the bench, she's brought that energy.
Haley Palmer will be coming on for the Flash, their second substitution. Oh no, they're gonna change it to Verlew now. Thought Palmer was the one, but it is Courtney Verlew. She'll make her debut with the Flash, if she can get in, because we are in the 89th minute with Western New York leading this one 2-1. And thanks to Lydia Williams, it is still that score. Reynolds open on the far side, settles, looks up, low cross into Kerr. Top of the 18, Barzik couldn't get there to pull the trigger. Picked up now by Edmonds.
And again, Reynolds is getting forward, and she had Kate Kerr and Adriana crashing into that box. She's got to get those crosses. She's got to make those count.
Taylor on the far side. Reynolds plays it behind Taylor. This could be a giveaway on a corner kick. No, it'll be a throw-in deep in Flash territory. And Verlew will be coming on. Courtney Verlew, a 22-year-old, the 9th pick overall in the NWSL College Draft, making her debut. Number 5, Courtney Verlew, replacing Adriana in the 90th minute. Second change for Aaron Lyons and the Flash.
We would have really liked to see a little bit more Courtney Verlew, but I think Adriana had a pretty good match tonight, particularly on her corner kicks. She could have gotten involved a little bit more at that center attacking, at that midfield attacking role, but came back. She's not 100% with that hamstring, and she went in, she played the role that she had to do.
Good job by Adriana. Gets the assist on the goal from Kerr, and again, slowly getting back in and finding herself up to 100% hopefully in the near future. 90th minute, 3 minutes of stoppage time. Flash with a 2-1 lead.
The fourth official has indicated there will be 3 minutes. 3 minutes of stoppage time.
Phillips. Reynolds gets a clearance only into the middle of the field. Richmond.
And this could be 3 minutes of just pure pressure by FC Kansas City.
Good step there by Reynolds, and the Flash are going to make another substitution to eat away at this clock. Far side, players battling for it. Throw in here for Kansas City, about 35 yards out. First of 3 meetings between the Flash and FC Kansas City. Richmond, Silva, spinning away, still Silva. Back to Richmond, shot! Off the mark, and it'll be a goal kick coming up for Lydia Williams. Jordan Roseborough will be coming on as the 3rd substitution. Number 45 out of the University of Miami. 23-year-old, this would be her debut with the Western New York Flash. Again, we are about midway through the 3 minutes of stoppage time. Phillips to Coleman. Zerboni. Salem. Katay, it's down the middle instead of on the flank, and it'll roll back into Barnhart.
And even Salem knows she's got to put that to the outside.
Samantha Kerr, rugged battle there, wins it back for the Flash. Ball's intercepted by Williamson. Zerboni told to turn, she does. Katay cuts it inside. Now Kerr trying to keep possession here. Final seconds of play. It's 2-1 Western New York. Looking for their first win on home turf. Good block by Salem, but Williams picks it up on the near side. Maybe one more push here for Kansas City. Matthias cutting in, taken away by Katay. Strips it away from Edmonds. Matthias can serve, and a good block there from Williamson as Kansas City will push all their numbers forward.
The referee is not allowing the sub to happen. He knows that this is the last push, and we're already at 3 minutes.
Crossed into the box. Silva's header. One hop, cleared away by Barzik, and that'll do it. The Flash will hang on for the 2-1 win, their first win on home turf, and they'll jump up to a record of 2-1-1, while Kansas City goes to 2-3-1. Well, Mike, 2 late first half goals, enough to hold up for the Flash.
Jasmine Spencer with that goal gets the game winner, her first goal in her NWSL career, and a very good game by Samantha Kerr. For me, Samantha Kerr, player of the match.
And stick around, we will have our player of the match interview coming up shortly. A lot of good choices, Mike, for the Western New York Flash, FC Kansas City. Both of these teams depleted by national team call-ups, and your thoughts on the mixing and matching of the lineups?
Well, I saw a lot. Was a lot more mixing and matching you saw in FC Kansas City. They had 5 rookies on the field at one point, actually throughout the entire match, once Henderson came off with that injury. And really, it's FC Kansas City. This is their 4th game. They have 4 games in 10 days. They just played their 4th game in 10 days. So, or 11 days, 10 or 11 days. This is a tough stretch for Kansas City. They're actually playing 9 games in a 30-day period, in a 1-month period. So they probably have the toughest schedule at this point of the year. And Antonovsky knows that. So when he said, "Okay, I'm not gonna put Timrak out there," he said, "You know what? I have a long stretch of games. Once we bring our national team players back, I want to make sure that all my players are healthy." So it's a tough road for FC Kansas City this month, and this is only their 4th game in that 9-game stretch.
And speaking of national team players, the Western New York Flash will lose one tomorrow. Samantha Kerr, our player of the match, joins us down on the field. Samantha, great job tonight, a goal and an assist. Talk about that beautiful goal on the corner kick. Your timing was absolutely perfect on the service from Adriana.
Yeah, Coach always tells me just to anticipate at front post, and that's what I did. Actually didn't see it go in, but yeah, I was lucky to get in, I guess.
That's great when you score goals and you don't see them go in, but at least it's in the back of the net. How about that ball to Jasmine Spencer? I mean, you looked up, you saw her, and how about what she did after that play?
Yeah, Jazz is great. All credit to her. She ran at the back too and finished well. So all credit goes to Jazz. She's been working hard at training and deserved to get a start today, and she did well, I thought.
Well, this is quite the send-off for you. You're going to join the Australian national team in the defense of the Asian Cup. So a goal and an assist. Your national mates got to be pretty excited to get you back there.
Yeah, they left today, so I'm super excited to join them. Pity I have to leave, but yeah, it's good to go off on a good game, but the win's what we wanted, and yeah, hopefully they can get the wins while I'm away.
And Lydia Williams is coming with you as well. She made a huge save in the end.
Yeah, that was a big save. A bit nervous there, I guess, when we went 2-1 up. We started to get a bit nervous, but yeah, Lid's pulled out big for us there.
Samantha, the experience that you're just gaining right now, playing with Abby and Carly, give us a little insight on that.
Yeah, it's awesome. Obviously, not many people at my age get to play with people like Abby and Carly. But, I just like to play with them. They're a lot of fun too, and that's the reason I play football, to have fun, and them two are a lot of fun, so it's good.
Samantha Kerr, our player of the match. Great job. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The Flash win it 2-1 this evening over FC Kansas City. Now move up to 2 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. FCKC at 2-3-1. Mike, it was a good victory, a hard-fought battle, and hats off to both sides.
Great game for both sides. And actually, the flow of the match changed at some points during that match, particularly the first half. I thought the Western New York Flash really dominated the first half, but the second half was a little bit of a change. Western New York Flash came out really strong, putting a lot of pressure, and all of a sudden you saw a little bit of that change of the flow in the game, and next thing you know, it's 2-1, and all of a sudden FC Kansas City's putting a little bit more pressure, and the game started getting played in the defensive third of the Western New York Flash.
The Flash are home again on Mother's Day this Sunday, May the 11th, against Sky Blue FC, 3 p.m. right here at Sahlen Stadium. For tickets, visit WNYFlash.com, or you can call 454-KICK for more information. For our producer, John Catalano, our color commentator, Mike Kerms, and our entire crew, hope you've enjoyed our coverage. I'm Joe Giuliano saying so long from Sahlen Stadium.